Now we're going to learn the G chord. Before we do though, I think that I should mention that this is a chord where your fingers are going to really spread out across the neck of the guitar. If you think about the chords we've learned so far, A, D, E, and A minor, those chords all have your fingers right next to one another in a row, 3 strings in a row. The G chord is going to have you stretching your hand all the way across the neck, skipping strings. Now, you'll be playing all of the strings on the G chord, which is one thing that makes it a little easier than some of the other chords where you have to play just 4 strings or 5 strings. But the stretch in the G chord, that's going to give you a little bit of trouble perhaps at first, but it's really worth it because once you've played a G chord and you've mastered it, all of the other chords seem just a little bit easier by comparison. So why don't we try the G chord right now? To play the G chord, I'm going to use my 2nd, 3rd, and 4th fingers. No 1st finger here, and I'm going to play them on the 6th, 5th, and 1st string, which means a stretch. You'll see what I mean. Here's my 3rd finger on the 3rd fret of the 6th string. I'm going to do the same thing all the way across the guitar neck with my pinky. Don't get too mad at me. Here it is on the 3rd fret of the 1st string. Now, my 2nd finger is going to go on the 5th string on the 2nd fret. I'm kind of hiding my 1st finger a little from you because I don't want you to think I'm using it. I'm not. Okay? Let's hear what that chord sounds like, and we're going to get to hear again all of the strings in the guitar. Here we go, starting from the top to the bottom, 1 note at a time. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now let's hear how that chord sounds when I strum it. All 6 strings. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I'm going to strum it again with 1 strum for every number I say. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. The C chord is next on our agenda, and the C chord uses the bottom 5 strings, not this one, which is the 6th string. The other thing about the C chord that you should remember is that, like the G chord, you're going to be skipping around a little bit with your fingers, meaning you're not going to have your fingers all in a row like you do on the other chords that we learned earlier. Let's try the C chord. To play the C chord, I'm going to use my first 3 fingers on the 5th, 4th, and 2nd strings. I'll start with my 3rd finger here on the 3rd fret of the 5th string. Then I'm going to place my 2nd finger on the 2nd fret of the 4th string. Then I'm going to skip the 3rd string so that I can put my 1st finger on the 1st fret of the 2nd string. And I'm hiding my pinky from you again. I don't want it to get in your way. This is how I would normally play it to be comfortable, but this is how I'll play it to illustrate my point. I'd also like to say that before I strum this chord, this 6th string has no place in the C chord. We are not going to play it. So I'll start by playing 1 note at a time, starting from the 5th string all the way down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now let's hear what that chord sounds like when I strum it. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I'm going to strum that chord every time that I say a number. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2,